Good to go. Well, yesterday we moved a whole bunch of grain around to make some room so that we could finish up drying. And so we got to fire the dryer. It was nice having a day where the dryer wasn't running. Kept things quieter on the yard. But we're going to fire the dryer up and get it running while we are working on the deep tillers, getting them ready for fertilizer. So we got both cultivators. Other one's over there. We got both cultivators we need to put all the hoses in. So we got all these hoses that we gotta put back down into here, like that one. So, not a fun job. Oil. Daryl greased the quad track up. Right on, so we got the cultivator just about ready to roll. No school today in town, so Daryl brought his boys down and I had my boys helping out, and we got everything greased up. Looks like Dylan's doing the finishing touches of checking to make sure all the hoses are in place. We've greased the cultivator. We got one harrow we got to put on here, but hoping to head out and do some hydrosine this afternoon. And we got about 3,500 acres to do, hopefully before freeze up. So time to get her rolling. Give it a quick wash before we head out. Oh, right on. Well, looks like Daryl's got it just about washed. So after lunch, the boys are gonna rip that one apart and get it all ready to go. Well, the hoses are mostly in on this cultivator. We got a few harrow teeth that are shot and a lot of harrow teeth that are shot. So we have all those parts. I think the Daryl and his two boys and my two boys, they're gonna get at this and they're gonna try and get it going as soon as possible. And I'm gonna head out with the applicator we got ready this morning and try and see what we can get knocked off. All right, let's roll. Hopefully everything works. My Raven monitor. Well, we're rolling. I got roughly 30 acres done so far, and it is working beautiful. The ground has nice moisture. I'm able to go, I'm going 6 miles an hour. My only reason for, I think I could go faster, but I'm having a bit of issues with my rate controller. It's not wanting to, it's fluctuating a little bit more than what I like. So I'm getting around 110 pounds down, but it's fluctuating 5 pounds either way. So as soon as I got this tank is behind me there, as soon as I got it done, I'm gonna take it to the yard and take the unit to the yard and take the filter out, make sure it's good and clean. We forgot to do that, so I'll make sure that before we get the other unit going, we'll rip that filter out, make sure there's no fines or anything in there that are clogging it up. So I'm thinking that's the issue, hopefully, and we can keep rolling. But the field's looking nice and dark, as you can see behind me, and all the white lines, as long as those lines are white, means I got product going through. So good time to be in hydrosine. Lots of moisture for that anhydrous to grab onto, and it's closing in nice behind me. So yeah, we'll keep it rolling. First field of many. We got, if I've got 30 acres done, I've got 3,500 to go. So we got a bit of a road ahead of us. I got pressure gauges on each one. That little round thing right above each manifold. And all those numbers I want to be right around the same. They're all reading right around 20. So the field is looking good. Nice and black. We'll harrow it, and this field's actually going to canola next year. So we plan all of our fields on what's going where now, so that we have all of our fertilizer down ready for next year as much as we possibly can. So it takes a bit of prep. We have an idea of what, with the way we do our crop rotation, we have a good idea of what goes on each field. But this year was very different. We were because we were so dry, we had an abnormal amount of nitrogen and other fertilizers still in the ground. So we're not having to put down nearly as much fertilizer as we have in the past. So we've had to change up our plants a little bit. We're growing a bunch of our fields we're putting soybeans on soybeans, which we typically don't do. But this year we kind of had to, because we had nowhere else to put beans. A lot of our fields, the nitrogen levels are just too high that we don't want to risk putting beans on. I'm working right around the yard. Try to do the first field around the yard. That way, if there's any issues, and we can handle them right away, and it's not running all over the place to get things figured out and fixed. So yeah. It's pulling really nice. We are, like I said, 6 mile an hour, 70% engine load. We're going 52 feet, 16 gallons roughly an hour. So we're under, I think we're doing about 37 acres an hour. So a little less than half a gallon. We're using a little less than half a gallon an acre of fuel. So that's always nice when things are pulling nice and not beating the heck out of the cultivator, tearing it apart. So it's nice when things pull nice and things are working smooth. Okay, oh, that's a wrap on tank 1. God, I love the smell of anhydrous. I actually like it. I don't think most people do. So now I close the tank off at the bottom. I close that off, and I'll just run the unit into the yard to where the other tank is, and I'll put it in the ground and just empty everything out. It empties out a whole lot quicker if I do it this way. I just run it over where I've already gone, empty everything out till my gauges are all at 0, which now they are. Now I shut it off, and I'll lift up and head over to the other tank. We're rolling again. I got the tank hooked up into my first up and down with this tank, and I took that filter off, and it was completely full of rust. There's a magnet in that filter, and it pulls all any kind of metal or rust that's going through to keep it clean. But once that magnet gets so full, then it slows the flow down. So now my numbers are staying a lot more consistent, and I'm able to go even a little bit faster than I was. The field's flowing really nice, so it's very easy on everything. So no, it's going good. Hopefully we can maintain this speed and hammer off some acres. Well, that's a wrap on the first field. We just finished, I did about 75 acres and a little over 2 hours. So that's pretty good, I think, for the first field. And I'm heading a little bit north of my yard, and we got a quarter section through there. And yeah, I'll get her started, and as long as they can supply me in hydrants, we should be able to, I think I should be able to lick that field out yet today, so here's to hoping. Nighttime, rolling in the dark. Even creating a little bit of dust. As you can see, I'm pulling a double. That's nice. It's 4.5 ton. This field, I'm only putting 80 pounds of product down. And so with that double, I can do just over 100 acres in one shot. Meanwhile, with other tanks, with putting 120 pounds down, I was doing, well, what was it? Right around 40, not even 40 pounds, I don't think, an acre. Yeah, right around 40 pounds, 40 acres in per tank. So I can cover a lot more ground pulling the doubles. Well, I've got myself another 60 acres to do, so another hour and a half, and then I'm out of product. Tomorrow looks like it's going to be a little bit of a different day. We got 40 of our heifers we need to move down the road, so we're going to do that first thing in the morning. And then Little Morton is actually showing up with a brand new Fent 1167 2-track, 670 horsepower, and we're running it for the day. We're going to have it pull in a 40-foot versatile Fury high-speed disc. So I look forward to doing that, doing some seeing how that thing operates, and seeing how the 2-track goes. So yeah, tomorrow should be a fun day. We are into anhydrosine. Combines are done for the year, so hopefully you like the video. A little bit different season we're getting into now. Hopefully you like it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and yeah.